Okay, this is somebody that this is what I was asking. Or no, I'm gonna wait to give this example. If you're gonna meet a popular person, or let's say a president, any person of status, or even if it's a guest, a family relative, and you're gonna welcome them into your house, what are you gonna do to your house before you welcome that person in? You're gonna clean up, I heard, right? You're gonna clean up, pick up. You're not gonna leave a mess, basically. Now, the same thing with our heart. Before we try to fill our heart with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay, who is far greater than any, obviously, king or, whatever else that we might welcome into our home, think about this. I need to make sure it's clean. So all this junk that I take in on a daily basis, all the movies and all the music and all the TV and all these other things that are going in through these two channels, my eyes and my ears, it goes here. I need to rid it. Okay, I need to cleanse it. And another example that I like to give, and just to really illustrate or drive this point home, if I was to pour something like, let's say Zamzam water, I had some Zamzam water, and everybody here is going to be like, look, let me get some Zamzam water, right? You have a cup. If this cup right here has all this mud in it, or junk in it, are you going to be like, yeah, it's not allowed to go ahead and just pour in the Zamzam water? What are you going to do? Clean it first, right? Why? Because what's going to happen if I pour it in? It's going to turn brown. And are you going to want to drink it then? I think not, right? Nobody's going to want to drink it then. You're going to be like, look, it's kind of gross. Even though that started off pure. So you're going to want to clean it and rid it of all the mud and junk and filth. And that's what we need to do with our heart. There's all these other things. And so what I need to tell myself is there's nothing else that's important right now. Even if it's about my school, my work, even if it's about something that's going on at the masjid. I have some program that's going on. That's great. That's important, but it's not important right now. Right now, what's important is my meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the first step that we say is you prepare your heart and your mind for what you're about to do. And keep in mind that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he encourages us to prepare for salah. In fact, he says that when somebody is coming and preparing or waiting for the salah, it's as if they are in salah. Okay, it's as if they're in salah. So that's the first step that we like to give. The second step that we like to say is for us. Oh, I actually went out of order. That's the second step. Excuse me. The first step that we like to say is to make sure that you pray as early as possible. That you're rushing to your prayer, not rushing in your prayer. Do you guys understand the difference?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want anybody walking out and be like, oh, brother, Asef told us to rush in my prayer, right? No, rush to the prayer. Rush to your salah. By that, what we mean is now we're looking forward to it. Why? What happens when I don't do this? I wait until the very end, and now all of a sudden, the time is about to pass, so what happens? I'm like rushing through it, right? And my mind and my heart is elsewhere. I'm just doing it to get it over with. So make it a point that this is like something that you look forward to every day, okay? So the first step is pray as early as possible, or make it something that you look forward to. The second one would be prepare your heart and your mind. The third step is to eliminate distractions. Ibn Taymiyyah, okay, he says that there are two key elements for somebody to, I'm really probably messing up his taping if he's trying to do this. I walk a lot, and excuse me, I'll try to stay still for the next couple minutes, inshallah ta'ala. Yes, where was I? Oh yeah, he says that there's two key elements to somebody attaining khushu' in their salah. He says the first is a strong desire to do that which is pleasing to Allah. So if a person really wants to do that which is pleasing to Allah, they're going to make sure to have khushu' in their salah, right? And he says that the second thing is a weakness of distractions. So what do I mean by that? I mean, you're not praying with the radio over there and the TV over there's the football. You're not praying with like the football match going on in the background, right? Okay, I really want to watch this thing, so let me just, I'll turn away and it's not, turn it off, right? You can go back to it, or you guys have the pause thing over here, the live TV? No? You can pause it and then you just go back to it even if it's playing? Yeah, right? So you just pause it and then, you go back to it so you don't miss anything. whatever you have to do. But you turn off that. So by distractions we mean visual distractions and audible distractions. So things that I'm hearing or things that are in my line of sight. Now, question that always comes up. Should I close my eyes or should I leave them open? Open? Why should I leave them open?
Open.
Why should I leave them open? Why is that? There is an opinion that does state that it is makruh to close your eyes. That's not what all scholars say. But even those scholars that say that, or the opinion that says that you should close your eyes, it's agreed upon that even still, most of the scholars, they will say that even still, if it helps your khushu' in salah, you should close your eyes. Why? Because khushu' in salah is a fard. Okay, this thing is, some people say it's makruh, right? But if it's going to help you to close your eyes, then close your eyes. Okay? And I say this especially when you go out in public. If you have to pray where there's a lot of distractions around you, try it out. If it doesn't make a difference to you, yes, then open your eyes. Yes?
Can you say the third way, don't think about dunya when you are going to pray? Can you say like that?
Don't think about dunya?
When you are
Yeah.
going to pray.
Absolutely. This actually falls into the second step. When we're saying prepare your heart and your mind, that means you're putting everything else aside. Excellent. You're putting everything else aside. The dunya, whatever things that you have going on at school. I'm not going to think about what I'm doing this coming weekend, right? None of that stuff matters right now. So yes, we put aside the dunya. Because it doesn't matter right now. I can go back to it later, but for now I'm putting it aside. Sound good? Jazakallah khair. So third step we clear. We're eliminating distractions. Yes? Okay? Now, the fourth step is that we seek refuge with Allah from shaitan. Okay, you can do this in many ways. Just say, A'udhu billahi min shaitan ar-rajim. You can ask Allah very quickly, Oh Allah, help protect me from shaitan during my salah. Why? Because the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said this. He said that when adhan is called, shaitan, he takes to his heels and he runs away. When it's